Am I the only one that is extremely excited about this Kyler Murray move to the Minnesota Vikings? Dude, there's certain places where QBs just need to end up to have success. With KOC, I am extremely excited with Kyler Murray. I really do. And my thing with Kyler Murray going there, I'm like, bro, they could just be getting a more mature Kyler. So they're not going to have to worry about that, you know? Maybe. We'll have to see. But I look at this team, I look at how stacked they are on the offensive side, and I'm like, dude, with Kyler Murray and his experience, this offense could be so good. They could be so good under KOC, right? You got Jettas, you got TJ Hawkinson, right? You got freaking Jordan Addison, Jordan Mason, who they have in the backfield, who I think that they're going to add another running back. I do believe that. And it would really only lead me to kind of have a little bit of a hold up on the offensive line, right? Like I look at the offensive line, Fries, he's been in the league for a bit since 2021. Juergens, Jackson. Juergens and Jackson, they're much younger. Juergens hasn't got like all the experience in the world, but Jackson has. And I know he's been banged up too. My main concern with the Minnesota Vikings is that interior offensive line. And I'm assuming they'll probably draft an offensive lineman, but some of these guys are young. And like Fries, for instance, like at times I've seen him play good and at times he doesn't play good. So I don't think they're going to go any other way in that direction. With Juergens and Jackson both being drafted super recent, I'm sure they're going to like see how that kind of plays out as well. But if they bring in another interior offensive lineman in the top 3 rounds, I'd feel more comfortable. But we're just going to have to see with their interior, because that's the biggest holdup with this team right now. Like, even with JJ McCarthy, how bad he was, it wasn't fair because the interior offensive line just really wasn't good. But that's the thing, bro. Like, you got Kyler Murray, and, you know, if you watch tape, there's certain plays that JJ McCarthy ends up getting sacked. That's not Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is extremely, extremely active with his feet. We know this, right? In the pocket, scrambling out of the pocket. Him and JJ McCarthy are just entirely different quarterbacks. One has a lot more time in the league. He's a vet. And I honestly think that Kyler Murray being with the Minnesota Vikings is going to force JJ McCarthy out. I do. Like, I look at this, they have Kyler Murray on a 1-year deal. I see this as the long-term option for the Minnesota Vikings. And just a little tidbit to add on top of that, I really don't think it'd be that crazy to say that the Minnesota Vikings could contend in the NFC North this year. I don't really think it's that crazy. Reason I don't think it's that crazy, they literally tied the Green Bay Packers, they tied the Detroit Lions in wins this year, and it was an absolute shit show at the quarterback position. It was. And so now you're bringing in Kyler Murray, who, like JJ McCarthy, needs to stay healthy, right? I understand that. They both need to stay healthy. Kyler Murray's been banged up. But I'm like, man, Kyler Murray with a good OC, a guy that we know can scheme up plays, right? Their own head coach, who's not going to be going anywhere. You don't have to worry about your head coach going anywhere. This isn't Cliff Kingsbury. This isn't DC, who's a head coach, having a solid, decent offensive coaching staff. We know what we're getting with KOC. So I'm expecting like fireworks right off the bat if Kyler Murray's starting, and who I expect to start. And so if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, I know you may be held up on JJ McCarthy or wanting him to be the starter. But man, if you get a mature Kyler Murray along with everything else that you got going, I mean, hell, dude, Jettas wasn't happy this past year. If you go back and look at the Baltimore Ravens game, some people would say he gave up. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't think Justin Jefferson straight up gave up. But I'm like, you could tell he was a little bit checked out of that game. And with bad quarterback play, along with the quarterback and him not getting a connection all year, we're talking about arguably the best wide receiver in the league, top 3 every single year, right? Dude was checked out this past season. He was checked out. And me saying checked out, I'm not saying that he quit. But you could just tell that it wasn't the old Jettas we always see smiling, celebrating, going crazy. I just didn't get that vibe from him. And if you can get that going with Kyler Murray, I'll give you this. Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison, they never really got that connection going. But there were times when you'd see Kyler Murray throw up passes for Marvin Harrison, and it just was kind of right? You see JJ McCarthy along with Justin Jefferson throw up passes, and it was very rushed. At times it was because of the offensive line. At times it was just because JJ McCarthy kind of has like his mechanics are a little bit funky. But I'm expecting Kyler Murray, Jetta's, Jordan Addison to go absolutely nuts, dude. It would not shock me. It also wouldn't shock me if Kyler Murray had a career high in passing touchdowns. That also really wouldn't shock me. I'm just expecting him to bounce back a massive way on the Minnesota Vikings, and the Minnesota Vikings starting to have some success since they have an actual quarterback who we know is good. So I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think people are kind of sleeping on this Kyler Murray signing because I look at the NFC North. I look at the current format of the NFC, which it has been super competitive. We all know that. The NFC was more competitive than the AFC this past year. But I am so excited about Kyler Murray going to the Minnesota Vikings. You have no idea. Like, I saw Cam Newton talking about it, and he was saying how like some of these younger QBs are gonna like ruin that like bust label, and we're gonna start to talk about how more, some of these quarterbacks not playing good. It's more on the teams, not so much the player, and sometimes it is on the player, right? Like they need to go in and put in their work and do their thing. But some of these guys we've seen been put in some of the like worst situations, and now you got Tua going to Atlanta. We'll see how that goes. You got Tua going to Atlanta. You got Kyler Murray going here. You got Malik Willis going to the Miami Dolphins. So we'll see. We'll see. Like there's a run of QBs right now who have a really good shot of just like kind of going to prove that some of these like poorly ran franchises are ruining good QBs. And Kyler Murray, I think, landed in a slam dunk scenario with the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm expecting, like I said, I am expecting fireworks, Minnesota fans. Straight fireworks. If anybody's hating, let them hate. Like, we're just going to have to wait and see. But I'm pretty damn excited. But I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe to your boy. All we do is talk football here. Come vibe with me. Anyways, guys, appreciate you watching. It's your boy Shady Luke, and I'm outie. Deuces.